Hello everyone, welcome to the first video on this channel, Walrus Reacts. Basically on this channel I'm going to be reacting to a bunch of memes on Reddit, giving my commentary on them. I won't say too much after each meme, and I won't say too much now, let's just get straight into the video. This channel we're going to be doing the top for this month. That's how it's going to go from now onwards. I might change it eventually, but let's get on with it. Most people can't name all of their great-grandparents. Will basically be forgotten in 100 years. Yep, what a brilliant start of the channel. Just reassuring I'll be forgotten. Just, subscribe so I don't get forgotten. Kids today will never face up building the nerve to call a girl only to have her parent answer. We just have... A lot of kids these days just don't have the nerve to talk to a girl. You've probably been in a public restroom with trans people and never even knew. Yeah, imagine just being in the male bathroom and then someone in there is just female but transgender. I guess if it's a transgender female and a male, they'll have to do it at the stalls. But imagine some male in a female bathroom, just no urinals in there, and having to deal with it. December 31st is the only day where you know the age of every single person born in a different year. Yeah, we've just started 2025, and at the end of 2024, I guess everyone in that year was, I guess everyone born in 2010 was 14 on New Year's Eve. 2024, I guess they're right. I read in Guinness World Records book, I have Guinness World Records 2025, there's a world record for first twins born in different decades, and one of them was born December 31st, nearly midnight in 2019, and then this other twin was born very start of the 2020s. Imagine being the mother, just what a way to start the 2020s. Imagine being the nurse there, just wow, what a way to start the 2020s. It's a good thing that underwear were introduced when it was. Not many people would wear them if they were introduced today. Yeah, that just against... Well, I guess if underwear were introduced today, and I guess it depends on whether clothes in general were introduced today. Because if clothes already existed for ages, then I guess we'd be wearing those, and then underwear would come along, and we wouldn't really care if clothes had been invented already. But if clothes didn't exist and then underwear were invented, then people might think, oh yeah, we'll probably wear these, stay warm, and then clothes might get invented. But then if we weren't wearing underwear for that long, then we probably would have just adapted some sort of fur coat or something. Yeah, I kind of see the point of this post, but think what you want about it. Sisyphus would theoretically erode the tip of a mountain until it was flat enough to place the boulder on. Yeah, do you reckon that every time you push the boulder up, it would just flattened it a bit and then roll down, flattened it a bit, roll down, flattened, he should have just went back and forth until it was a perfectly flat pedestal. Then put the stone in there and Zeus undone. Willy Wonka had atrocious business acumen. Despite making the unequivocally best chocolate in the world, he still had competitors. Then he revealed his trade secrets to 10 strangers, 4 of whom kids he knew wouldn't win his factory, and 5 of whom guardians who were never in contention. Willy Wonka's a weird person, a weird character. Very interesting character, but still a very weird one. It's surprising Gene Wilder could play him so well, Latin survived the Roman Empire and was an international language for another 1,000+ years. English will likely be with us for at least that long too. Well, the thing is, Latin doesn't exist anymore. When do you reckon we'll reach the point where English is irrelevant? But the internet is probably just... Well, it's probably going to speed it up and slow it at the same time, because the internet's pretty much just English now. So English is probably going to be around for a lot longer, but then all the text-speaking acronyms... There's probably just going to be an acronym for whole sentences that people just know, because they're born and raised with those acronyms. Coca-Cola puts original taste on their products, but no one can verify it. Yeah, I just need to get some Coke from 10 to 1920s and just drink it, and then drink the original taste Coke and think, oh, it's not the original taste. When watching a movie sitting between the laptop and the Wi-Fi router, the movie literally goes through me just to get converted into a format that can enter me again through my eyes and ears. Yeah, just a bunch of ones and zeros converted to pixels on a screen, red, green, and blue, and then I guess the eyes do work in the same way. Human eyes see RGB images. Phoenixes being able to revive and reproduce while having no natural predators is a zoological catastrophe waiting to happen. That sounds like a premise for a fantasy novel. That just phoenixes take over the world and there's a bunch of humans left just fighting the phoenixes. People dying, so they have to find a way to stop them or something. That's a fantasy novel. That is a fantasy novel waiting to happen. Health insurance should also be governed by the innocent until proven guilty mantra. We can make the provider prove it's not medically necessary to deny a claim. They could. Don't think that would be a smart idea, but they could. Netflix should include ratings from Rotten Tomatoes to save us all a web search. This Netflix, listen to this dude. This dude's actually got a point. Just put on like IMDb or Rotten Tomatoes ratings just to see, just so we know if it's like good or not. If DNA collection was mandatory at birth, there would be a significant increase in solved crimes. Police, listen to this dude. Just Netflix and police need to, step up their game. Just in the hospital, straight out of the womb, just do a DNA test and then put it into the database, and you see the fingerprint, you see DNA left behind, you know who that was, because it was collected when they were born, right out of the womb. Considering that 99% of every species that has ever lived is now extinct, we are extraordinarily lucky to live alongside the largest animal that has ever existed, blue whale. Go us. We regularly use meters and kilometers, but never megameters or terameters, even when appropriate. Well, there's a certain point where you don't really, reach a point where, unless you're an astrologist, astronomer, don't get mad at me, astronomers. If you're an astronomer, there's a certain distance where no one else cares, and there's a certain distance where you just start using AU and then you use light years. On average, paying insurance is not worth it. Viewers, listen to this dude. Wow, why is it so many, advice for, large groups of people? Netflix is taking advice, the police are taking advice, and just the general public's taking advice now. Fancy that. Zombies would smell horrible. Imagine just a zombie, just some guy just playing Fortnite in his room, just some 14-year-old, and his parents are screaming downstairs eaten by zombies, and he just has his headset on talking to his mate. Just a zombie eating the gamer dude, and just who hasn't showered or had deodorant in ages, and smell like crap, If someone gets arrested for practicing law without a license and they choose to represent themselves and they win the case, they should be given a license to practice law. I think that's a good idea. Just then, I think I'm in the wrong country for this, or maybe I'm just not old enough for this. I think if they can prove that they can practice law, they should be allowed to. Ouija boards can only be used to communicate with the spirits who are literate in a language that uses the Roman alphabet. Imagine a Russian Ouija. Imagine a Chinese Ouija board. I think in the middle of Tibet, in the middle of Western China, where literally no one lives. They should just spend some government spending. They could spend it on the military, but they could spend it on a giant Chinese Ouija board. Without persistent motion, there is no scale to measure time. I guess the scale we used to measure time is pretty much arbitrary. Well, a second is so many oscillations of the cesium atom, I think. It actually makes more sense for the lower economy groups to board onto a plane first as they're located further down the plane. Fun fact, I actually haven't been on a plane before, so I don't really understand this one, but I'm sure the comment section did help me out. There was a weird period of years where people had a home phone line and a cell phone without location services. Answering a home phone risked exposing their exact location to strangers, but using a cell phone meant they could lie to their closest friends and get away with it. Yeah, well, clearly, I was born after that weird period of years, so I have no idea what was meant by that. It actually takes a lot of IQ to understand how people with low IQ function. Yeah, I guess just psychologists know how dumb people work, and clearly I'm not smart enough to know how dumb people function. Cold milk is a human invention. All milk in nature is warm from body heat. Cold milk's better than warm milk, so thanks humanity. That's one of the 200 things you've done. The modern gaming convention of a full squad consisting of 4 players probably comes from split-screen gaming. Weird thing about the shower thought is there's probably an actual definitive answer to this. I don't know it, but there is an answer. The law isn't about what you can or cannot do, just about the consequences tied to those choices. Just to clarify, I am not promoting the fact that you should break the law, but I guess you technically can murder someone. The question is, the law doesn't say you can't murder someone. The law just says you'll be punished with it. I'm not promoting criminal activity. I'm not doing that. I'm not that kind of dude. Humans probably hold the record for the longest poops. Obviously, I probably hold the law. Honestly, either me or my dad owns the record for the longest poops. One day the Guinness World Record will just I'll apply for Guinness World Record for the longest poop, and they'll be what the hell is wrong with this guy? Mini golf has more in common than pool than with golf. I guess so. I guess it's not like golf where you probably swing a club and the ball flies through the air and maybe lands in a hole. And I guess pool dining does have like the other balls act as obstacles, and mini golf there are obstacles and stuff. Honestly, I don't think it really has much in common with either, but I can't see that. I can't see this post. If you were able to put an immediate stop to all momentum your body is experiencing, it would likely cease to exist. It depends on how you interpret this, but if you mean like your body is not experiencing the momentum from like the rotation of the Earth, my bedroom would just slam me to death. Our atmosphere is 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen, and as you're reading, there's a few tons of bird poop. It's not wrong. Let me just look out my window. No, I can't see any birds pooping, but somewhere in the world there's a bunch of birds pooping. Bicycles as a mode of transportation are typically powered nearly exclusively by assisted one-legged squats. I wouldn't say one-legged squats. I think one-legged squats is like your knee bends and the rest of your body goes down, but a bike is like you bend your knee and your knee goes up. Your body stays in the same place. It's not entirely wrong. No two people see the same version of you, even if it's at the same time. Each person has a unique viewpoint, taller, shorter, angle, lighting, etc., which makes you look different to all of them. I can just imagine some tall dude just like, hi, how's it going down there? And then some short dude just like, hi, so what's it like up there? You don't see yourself, and you don't really think of how other people see you. Like, if you are told exactly when you die, this would give you more information about how you will die than vice versa. Well, maybe. Well, I guess if you're told like you're gonna die in 5 minutes, and like you're probably gonna die due to like what you're doing. But if you're told you're gonna like die on like a specific date, then I guess you'll have to wait till that date and then see what you're doing. And then think like you'll die by doing that. If you're told how you'll die, I guess that's like, you'll die on the toilet, Like, yeah, I go to the toilet quite often. Like, when will that happen? It could be in a few hours from now. It could be in like 70 years. Pac-Man and his wife has really unsatisfying hugs because their bodies can only make contact at a single small point at a time. How do you reckon they kiss? Do you reckon they just like top lip to bottom lip and just like kind of just like do that? Oh no, that's not that. I can't get that image out of my head now. No, next one. Actually, last one now. If sleep were optional, the world would probably be a mix of more productivity and burnout. If sleep were optional, I'd probably be doing a lot more stuff, and then I'd probably be burnt out a lot more. But I like sleep, so I'm gonna keep on doing it, and I'm gonna end the video there. So like and subscribe. All the YouTubers tell you that. I'm new here. I think I deserve it more than someone who already has like 7 million subscribers. And I have 2 friends who also have YouTube channels, Pizza VR and Night GT. I'll link them in the description, and go subscribe to them. They do gorilla tag videos, so if that's the sort of stuff you like, then go and subscribe to them. Or if you were directed to this channel by them, then good for you. I don't really have now else to say, so bye. See you in the next video. Bye.